One more day, although it's likely to have some showers and storms, it's going to be one more day of temperatures like what we have seen. Not quite as bad with the before mentioned changing conditions. Cold front still coming, still looking at a nice relief for several days in a row with some shower chances mixed in, but all in all, welcome to the show and a welcome forecast, an updated version coming in just a few moments. We're going to go straight to headlines tonight, a number of which to cover indeed this evening, a few from out of the surrounding area, but in eastern Kentucky as well. A deadly lawnmower accident, as I understand, in neighboring Knott County. 64-year-old Thomas Johnson from Kite in Knott County reportedly was mowing, says the state police, and lost control of his mower yesterday, causing it to overturn. It trapped him underneath as a result. This in the Kite community on his property in the Route 7 area of Knott County. Johnson was pronounced dead at the scene by the Knott County Coroner's Department, while the accident remains, of course, as is customary, under investigation. A little FYI, the Magauffa County, my apologies. The Magauffa County Transfer Station is going to be closed again to trash drop-off and customer payments tomorrow, which is the 31st and last day of July, by the way. Rumpke expects to reopen the facility at Friday morning at 8 o'clock. Trash collection will not be impacted. So the transfer station will be closed tomorrow for drop-off and customer payments, but garbage collection will roll right on tomorrow as scheduled. From the governor's desk earlier today, Governor Beshear announcing that FEMA has denied individual assistance for 2 counties and public assistance for 1 county affected by the severe storms and tornadoes in Kentucky back in May. The governor shared the state will appeal this decision. In a letter to the governor, FEMA wrote, quote, "Based on the results of the joint preliminary damage assessments, it has been determined that the impact of the individuals and households in Christian and Todd counties is not of the severity and magnitude to warrant their designation under the Individual Assistance Program." The letter also stated that, in addition, it has been determined that the impact to infrastructure in Leslie County is not of the severity and magnitude to warrant their designation under the Public Assistance Program. And additionally, FEMA has denied Governor Beshear's requests for the Hazard Mitigation Assistance Program for both the April flooding and the May tornadoes. FEMA's Hazard Mitigation Assistance provides funding for eligible long-term solutions that reduce the impact of disasters in the future. The letter denying the request for the April 25th weather event was, of course, shared by the governor earlier today, and he says that while we appreciate the individual assistance and public assistance we were granted for most of the affected areas, we are disappointed in this decision and plan to appeal. When I come back, a man lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center earlier today on vehicular homicide charges related to being under the influence related to a fatal crash in Boyd County back around the first of the year. I'll have that, other courthouse notes, and other news. It's just the perfect spot to grab lunch, a snack, something sweet, pick up your meds, or have them brought to you curbside. It's your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy that's been proud to serve you and your families for over 100 years. And now on their already incredible menu, fresh baked goods from the Daily Bread. Frazier's Prater Drug Store, 349-3135.
John Montgomery here with High Point Realty and Auction. We have a super nice piece of property located at 254 Grassy Hill Road in West Liberty, Kentucky. This property contains approximately 50 acres, more or less. It has beautiful views, mature trees, and multiple areas that would be suited for a home site. This property also has a barn that could be repaired for livestock, storage, or even a garage. There is also several acres of land that could be used for pasture. There is electric and water available on this property. The possibilities are endless. We will be offering this property for public auction on August the 2nd at 10 a.m. We will offer live and online bidding for your convenience. Don't miss out on this opportunity if you're looking for a nice Eastern Kentucky home site or a place to run your livestock. Once again, the auction will be held at 254 Grassy Hill Road in West Liberty, Kentucky at 10 a.m. on August the 2nd. If you have any questions, reach out to us here at High Point Realty and Auction. We can't wait to see you there.
While often helpful, did you know that popular non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and naproxen and others increase your risk of having a heart attack or stroke, as well as other internal issues? And those risks are significantly higher with prolonged use and higher dosages. Find out all you need to know about common concerns and cautions and options when you stop by and talk to a Parkway Pharmacy pharmacist in Salyersville. It's your go-to place for unique gifts, hard to find, or special gifts for anyone, including yourself. A new selection of inspirational gifts, personalized and other new jewelry arrivals, a fresh new restock of Diva and the other Tyler Candle Company scents that will not stay on the shelves, plus new colors and styles of the ever-popular Brewmate. And decorate for the season and for the 4th with a little hometown local feel at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
A man from Inez turned himself in to a Martin County constable last night and was since lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center before being transferred from there today to the Boyd County Detention Center. This past January, a 23-year-old man was killed in a crash in Boyd County when his car collided with that of a 59-year-old, Henry Birchfield. Birchfield was taken to the hospital from the scene of the crash. Kentucky State Police reporting initially in their press release that a 2021 Jeep Gladiator truck being driven by Birchfield, 59, from, again, Inez, was northbound on 23 when he ran through a traffic light and hit a Hyundai Sonata being driven by 23-year-old Jordan Huff of Boyd County. Huff was pronounced dead at the scene by the coroner's office there, while state police said at the time that Birchfield was taken to St. Mary's Hospital for treatment of his injuries. An indictment has been since returned in Boyd County. We have learned that much today. And last evening, Birchfield, according to arrest citations, turned him into a Martin County jailer, who then took him to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, where he was lodged on a single count of vehicular homicide under the influence of drugs or alcohol. He was, following that, transferred to the Boyd County Detention Center, where his bond was, as I understand, set at $500,000. And here in Magauffa County news, a Magauffa County man facing burglary and the second-degree charges while the investigation continues, as he was arrested by the Magauffa County Sheriff's Department for a complaint of burglary and assault, and it appears as though an attempted burglary. Magauffa County Sheriff's Deputy Donovan Watson noted in his citation that last night, around 6:45 or so, at Food and Stuff Grocery over on Middle Fork, he was dispatched to that location in reference to a possible breaking and entering. The caller advising that a man identified as Stephen Allen had broken into her home and had assaulted her and stole several items from her, advising that he was at the same time trying then to break into the Food and Stuff Grocery near her residence. She also told 911 that the situation seriously affected her medical condition. An ambulance was called. She did, after taking what was said to be 3 nitroglycerin pills, refuse medical treatment on the scene, transport by ambulance. Nevertheless, Stephen Nicholas Allen was arrested thus far on a charge of burglary in the second degree and was still at last report lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. A Kentucky mom is suing an online retailer for selling her underage son a ghost gun, as they have been commonly referred to, that he used to kill himself with days later. I've got that interesting story coming up in just a few moments right now. And before we talk about interest rates that were discussed by the Fed today, here's your McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. Starting with what says, please read a happy 67th birthday to Keith Fletcher from your loving family. Happy 67th birthday, Keith Fletcher, from your loving family. Happy birthday to you. Happy 34th birthday, Charlie Rowell. Love Mom and Dad, Hanson and Michael. The happiest of birthdays to Charlie. Happy 34th to you. A few reminders are quickly on the calendar. Don't forget that the Big Horse Show down in West Liberty, hosted by the West Liberty Kiwanis Club, coming up Saturday, August the 9th. Now, that's a week from this Saturday, 4 o'clock. They hope to see you there. They're going to have a big show. This is the Mountain Horse Celebration Horse Show. Saturday the 9th, starting at 4 at the new location at the Morgan County Equestrian Park. It's a Class B Rocky Mountain show. Also has numerous other mountain horse classes as well. Don't forget my friends at the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church having their summer tourney, their summer bass tournament. A week from this Saturday on the 9th, they'll blast off from Clay Lick Boat Ramp at 6, land at 2. In between, they'll have big fish every hour, prizes of $100 and $1,000 for first place. The Middle Fork Fire Department's inviting you to stop by for a fundraiser this Saturday, starting at 1. It's going to be a soup bean dinner. It's just $10, eat in or take out. That's with a brownie and a drink as well. All proceeds going to help support the family of Christy Marshall, one of their fallen firefighters who passed away recently. And the DAV Golf Scramble has been upgraded it's been moved up. I'll go with that. September the 5th, it's been rescheduled. They're going to register at 8, tee off at 9. Contact Commander Lloyd if you have any questions. It's going to be a great tournament over at Stonecrest. Call me if you've got birthdays or anniversaries or important announcements that you need everyone to know about. From there, we'll go to obituaries tonight. And first, a reminder that services start tomorrow at 1 for 74-year-old Edith Gay Hensley of Sagersville. Edith passed away on Saturday. The daughter of the late Denny and Thelma Howard Hensley. She's survived by her brothers Justice and Stanley and her sisters Alta Mae Howard and Glenna Elam and a host of other nieces and nephews. Again, services start tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And also from the McGoffin County Funeral Home, services will be held Saturday at 1 for Wilma Lee Mans Juniper, 71 of Sagersville. She passed away Tuesday of this week at Pikeville Medical Center. The daughter of the late Cleve and Ruby Mae Mans. She's survived by his son Scotty and daughter Melissa Juniper, her sister Emma Jean Prater, 2 grandsons as well. And in addition to her parents, Wilma is preceded in death by her husband Jack Juniper and a daughter Pamela and 2 brothers as well, and 3 sisters. Services start Saturday at 1 from the Tip Top United Baptist Church. Friends can visit the church Friday evening starting at 6. Arrangements incomplete at this hour for 72-year-old Charles Howard of Sagersville, who passed away Monday, to be announced by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National. Welcome to the best sales, the best service, and the best selection in the viewing area and Eastern Kentucky. It's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, where they have big specials on big name brands every month. And as always, brake jobs, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and 6 months no interest. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net.
Hi, I'm Patty Maynard, your local health insurance agent here in McGoffin County. I've been serving our people for over 25 years. I would love to discuss Medicare products with you. I represent Humana Insurance Company as well as others. My office is here in Sayersville on Route 7 on Superior Hill, beside the entrance to Bluegrass Cemetery in the same building as Patty's Tax Service. My office is open 10 to 5, Monday through Friday. I would love to see you, or you can just call us at 606-349-1993.
My name is Don McFarland, and I have been an attorney in Eastern Kentucky for over 30 years. This is my son, Max McFarland. I'm very proud of Max. He is incredibly intelligent, a hard worker, and is graduating from law school this spring. Max will take the bar exam this summer.
We are a family and we treat our clients like family. Bigger law firms are not always better law firms. There is no substitute for experience, personal attention, wisdom, and knowing who your attorney is.
When you have any legal needs, come see us, and we will personally represent you, and we will put our experience and energy to get the results you need.
If you have been in a car wreck, injured on the job, in need of Social Security disability benefits, or have any legal needs, come see us and let us take care of you. Call us at 349-9000.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I love working in the coal mines, even though it was hard work. But if you suspect you have black lung, you can't work anymore. You'll find out that filing for benefits is hard too. I had friends who give up after years of trying. If it hadn't been for Big Sandy Healthcare, I wouldn't even try myself. If you think you have black lung, call Big Sandy Healthcare and get the help you deserve.
One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air, 496-6651. For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. In case you're wondering and hoping that interest rates are going to drop sometime soon, the Reserve today, that being the Federal Reserve, says that it's going to leave its benchmark interest rates as they are. Policymakers deciding to hold rates steady during elevated economic uncertainty, they say, as they continue to monitor inflationary pressures and labor market data. So the central bank's decision leaves the benchmark federal funds rate at a range of 4.25% to 4.5%, where it has been since all or after all of the 5 meetings that they've now held this year. The central bank cut rates at the 3 meetings that ended last year. They've held pat for all meetings, all 5 now this year. The Federal Open Market Committee, which guides the central bank's monetary policy moves, said today, making the announcement that recent indicators suggest that the growth of economic activity moderated in the first half of 2025 and that unemployment is still low and labor market conditions remain solid and inflation seems to be somewhat elevated, was their terminology. The vote was 9-2 today to leave the rates unchanged. A Kentucky mom is suing a firearm dealer, an online retailer, if you will, for selling a ghost gun kit to her underage teenager, resulting in his death by suicide days later. The company that actually made that product is no longer in business, but Husky Armory, which sold this ghost gun, is still selling similar kits on their website. The law firm of Thomas Law Offices announced this week they filed a lawsuit on behalf of Laura Herp, she's the mother of Henry Willis, seen here, against Husky Armory and its parent company, Up North Media. The complaint alleges that the companies illegally sold Henry a ghost gun kit, seen here. This is a screenshot of what they were selling at the time, online without verifying his age or conducting any type of a background check, which directly enabled his death. Back in July of 2023, just a little over 2 years ago, Husky Armory sold Willis a gun-building kit, the kit as it was named, from its website just 6 days after getting it by mail. He died by suicide using the handgun built from the kit, which included, as it advertised everything you need to build your own Glock-style pistol from the comfort of your home, according to the complaint, because the kit was designed to be and was readily convertible to be an operable weapon. It was a firearm under federal law. The kit included a nearly finished polymer 80 Glock-style frame, the same type at the heart of recent United States Supreme Court rulings, which affirmed that such kits are firearms under federal law and must comply with all federal gun sale requirements, including background checks and sales through licensed dealers. Neither Husky Armory nor its parent company is a federally licensed firearms dealer, as alleged in the complaint, although Polymer 80 shut its doors down last year. Now on the website of Husky Armory, they sell similar firearm kits like this one from Geisler Defense, a foreign-based ghost gun kit manufacturer. The complaint says the law is designed to prevent the sale of firearms to those who are not able to safely possess them. Had they done a simple background check, checked his age, checked his recent run-ins with the law due to his declining mental status, which had been recovering, says the family, they would have never sold him a gun, and that he would have never been able to purchase one legally through a gun dealer as well. From there, starting to cut it a little close on time, let's go ahead and switch gears and talk about the heat again. It cranked it up today, didn't it? We here in downtown Sagersville, I peaked at exactly 4 o'clock, temperature-wise, 95.9. Let's obviously call that 96 degrees. And with that, and with a dew point of around, as it was, 77, I had what felt like 110. And if you're catching the 6 o'clock show right now, it's still 94 out there. It's teetering, getting ready to hit 93. But it still feels like about 106. Been a hot one. Winds, I wouldn't call it a wind. 0 to 1 out of the west is all I got. And clocked an 8-mile-per-hour gust earlier. That's all I had. Humidity, by the way, around 52%, 51 or so. Sunrise, in case you're wondering, 6:36, and sunset at 8:44. Nothing on the radar to speak of as of right now. This upper level low still pushing even further today than it did yesterday. Any and all activity down well to the border of Kentucky and southeastern part of the state. So nothing in the viewing area right now. And as such tonight, well, we're not calling for any shower or storm chances. Just going to chalk it up to continued still, calm, no wind. Nothing moving out there. It's back to 0 right now. And some patchy fog late tonight, early in the morning that you might have to deal with. So again, nothing more than calm winds. Patchy fog tonight. We'll bottom out around 68 degrees. That'll take us into your Thursday, by the way, where again, change is coming. Cold front's going to give us a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. That is not until tomorrow night. Tomorrow day, I think we're pretty much clear until maybe 4 or 5. Then we'll have a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms as it approaches. Before that, we're likely to hit the upper 80s and maybe even the 90s again tomorrow before it starts to work its way. I'm not going to go out on a limb and give you an exact hour, but right now that's the time frame. Shower and thunderstorm chances not until after 5 or so, and if they stick too close to that, it's going to be another warm one tomorrow under mostly sunny skies. But shower and storm chances still equate to about 60% tomorrow night, and we're talking about a tenth to a quarter of an inch of rainfall, just generally for everyone, unless we get, some good storms to develop. Some likely could see some, but it's not a severe weather event with a big changeover like this. That's a good thing. So with that said, 88, 65 is where we'll leave it there, and I think, again, some of us will see in the 90s. But look at this. The changes are afoot. Friday, 78 degrees. We do have some AM fog. We'll have mostly cloudy skies, but it's going to be comfortable. Mostly cloudy, 78 on your Friday. A 40% chance of just showers and thunderstorms, but only shower chances to the tune of 20%. Saturday, as you saw, mostly sunny and 78. And then Sunday, the latter half of your weekend, partly sunny and 81, still very comfortable. Still a 30 to 40% chance of showers only. That we'll see the rest of your 7-day. But look at that, consistently in the 80s. I think some folks in some parts of Kentucky might get in on some upper 50s, but right now, going with all predictions and models here, saying low 80s, low 60s for us. And that'll wrap it up for tonight. See you back here tomorrow, hopefully after you've got tomorrow's wonderful, informative, exciting, entertaining edition of the Sagersville Independent in hand, and maybe at least partly read. Take your time. It's always a good read. Thank you for being a part of the program tonight. See you.